The first step of putting in a bunker solution bunker is putting in the anchor lip and the drain lines, as you can see here. Typically, they'll do 4 to 6 inches up under the grass. You can see this mesh anchor lip, the grass roots through, and then the main liner will glue to it and then staple it in. As the anchor lip comes down the slope, you fold it with the fold on the downhill slide, just kind of like a shingle. Do that from the high point going both ways so water won't catch underneath your fold. The second step is the drain liner. Now it can vary from architect to architect and superintendent to superintendent as well, is the depth. We recommend 10, 8 inches deep. We've got 12 to 14 inches deep here. But this seals the drain lines so when it's filled with socked ADS pipe, there's nothing in your trenches but bunker sand. This is a herringbone. Typically we recommend a toe slope drain. You can do grid style. There's various options, obviously depending on how much rainfall you receive in your particular location. Next is the installation of the bunker solution main matting itself, which guys typically will roll down from the high point into the bunker and make sure that all the grain is going on the upslope. This grain is what holds the sand in place. With minimal sand, you can have just enough sand to cover the fibers so you know your golfers aren't going to have any plugged balls. It's got the give so the ball can hit and release. You notice in the center of the bunker, they'll have the grain going up that way, have the other roll come down and the grain going that way. That way, from the center of the bunker, the grain's going on the upslope on both ways. You can see as they roll down the 7.5 foot wide roll of bunker solution, they go right over the trench and then just cut in the middle, fold it in and staple it on the sides. That's all that needs to be done. When folding the bunker solution mat into the trenches, you can roll as much or as little as you like. As long as it rolls over and is tacked into the sidewall of the trench, you're good to go. With the main liner being non-permeable, you just want to make sure you have good fall between your lateral lines. Just a 1% slope is fine, but that'll eliminate any bird baths or any wet spots in the bunker floor. You can see here with the anchor lip, this is what tucks up underneath the grass roots through, then is glued at the seam, glued along the perimeter, and stapled. But you can see how this keeps the contaminants from ever washing into your sand. You can see right now they're lining up the second roll, lining up with the first one going this direction with the seam line that has a 2.5 inch gap with no fibers, and that's for the glue. Once the glue is cured, it's as strong as the fabric itself, which we give a 15-year warranty to. This back lining is incredibly strong. The staples don't back out. You'll notice with the grain, once the staples are put through the main liner, the fibers are on top with the weight of the sand. Staples never back out. This glue gun really saves time on putting together the seams and gluing it to the anchor lip. It's available on Amazon. They just clean it after each use with some WD-40. Our recommendation for putting in staples on the seams and perimeter is the width of a regular hammer or rubber mallet for the centering on the seams and on the perimeter, and then we'll use the width of the hammer throughout the base of the floor. So basically 4 to 5 inch centers for the seams, perimeter, and the width of the hammer for the floor. Once the bunker is complete, and then the sodding process begins, the sod will come down over the anchor lip and then tail off just over the bunker solution liner. The bunker solution liner is unfazed by weed eaters. You can weed eat right on it. Bunker rakes don't affect it. Once the sod is over the anchor lip, the only thing that will come through from outside the bunker is water. The anchor lip keeps all the contaminants from washing into your sand. Now you can see this bunker is completed with nothing but the ADS sock pipe in. So when it's time to put the bunker sand in, there's nothing in your bunker but bunker sand. When the bunker solution mat is rolled into the drainage trench, filled with sand, there's nothing for a machine to snag or rip or tear. So it's virtually indestructible. All you have to do is get a backpack blower, blow out any debris, grass clippings, what have you, or even wash it out with a hose if you like. The beautiful thing about bunker solution bunkers is when they're filled with nothing but sand. There's no gravel, no rocks, nothing but the bunker solution matting and bunker sand. There's simply not a bunker liner on the market that can check all the needed and required boxes that superintendents want from a bunker liner in longevity, performance, and playability, all with a 15-year warranty like Bunker Solution.